Hey guys, welcome to the P90X Couples Challenge. I'm going to talk today about the nutrition plan. So nutrition plan is super important, and it's what got Adam and I the amazing results that we did. So one of the main things that we're going to work with you guys on this whole journey is the nutrition. I see you, Ozzy. So it's the nutrition. So I've got some tools for you to use, like an Excel document. You can use the Excel document to track. You can print them out to track it on paper. You can put something on your phone. You can put it on a whiteboard. Adam and I actually put it on a whiteboard, and I'll show you that. It worked out awesome for us. But I just kind of want to go over some things really quick. So when you get your P90X book, you're going to get this, and this is going to be your nutrition guide. Okay, so right away, you both need to read this. Okay, both of you need to sit down and read this. I don't care if you think it's too long or boring. You have to read it. If you want results, you have to read it. So I can't sit here and make you read it or baby you, but if you want results, you'll sit down and read it. You guys invested in the program, so you should read it, right? If you paid for the program, you should sit down and invest in this. Okay, so read up on it. Specifically when you get into page 19. So when you get to page 19, that is called your nutrition quiz, and that is going to give you your ideal plan. So for me personally, I ended up on plan C, 2,100 calories a day, and Adam ended up on plan E, 2,700 calories a day. So those are the plans that we did. So look at that and see where you're at. If you have questions, please post in the group, and we'd be happy to walk you through that. I really, truly believe that you have to eat to lose weight, so you cannot starve yourself. And that's a big thing for females. So females, you have to eat. I like to eat, and I'm pretty sure you do too, but don't look at this as like a restriction. It's not a restriction. You're going to eat. You're just going to eat the right kind of foods. So the biggest aha moment for Adam and I in this particular diet plan was the amount of fat that we were eating. So we eat really clean, but we were eating too many egg yolks. We were eating too many avocados. We were eating too much cheese. We were eating too much nut butter, too much oil. So we were just eating too much fat. So we really had to cut back on the fat, and I think that that's where we saw the most results, honestly. We honestly did. So once you figure out your plan, then it's going to tell you, based on your plan, how many proteins, carbs, or fats you should be having in every meal. And you should be having 5 meals a day, breakfast, snack 1, lunch, snack 2, and then dinner, usually spaced 2 to 3 hours apart. So this is going to take some planning. This is going to take some work and some effort, but I guarantee as you track this for 2 full weeks, 3 full weeks, you're going to get the hang of it, and you're not going to have to track it as much. Now, tracking it is the key to your success. So keeping a food log and tracking this every single day will be the key to your success. So I don't want you to slack off just because you feel comfortable doing it. I want you to continue to stay accountable. And the thing also, when it says carbs we ultimately think of is like bread or pasta or something like that. But you know what? Carbs includes fruit, veggies, legumes, like beans. It also includes, like the fruit or the breads and pastas that you're thinking. So there is a whole breakdown in here in this nutrition guide all about the different carbs that you can be eating. It talks about legume carbs, beverage carbs, grain carbs. It talks about starchy vegetable carbs, fruit carbs, non-starchy vegetable carbs. So that's a lot of carbs, and that can be confusing. But really what I want you to focus on is I want you to focus on getting a really good variety of all of them. And always try and stick to the healthier carbs in each category. So there's going to be a healthy, healthier, and healthiest. So it's going to help guide you of what you can eat. So all I'm saying is you don't have to track particularly what kind of carb it is, but I do want you to work on getting a variety. So a variety of veggies, of course, a variety of fruits, some grains, definitely some legumes, and some starchy vegetable carbs, of course, like sweet potatoes. Those are amazing. Under the grain carbs, there are whole grain waffles, whole grain pancakes, whole grain bagels, whole grain pastas. Save that stuff. Save that stuff for when you really need it, when you're out for a dinner or when you go to someone's house. Save that stuff. You can get by eating wild rice, brown rice, quinoa, different types of grains that will hold you over, okay? So definitely, don't be focused on eating, when it says carb, don't really be eating a ton of like whole grain bagels and things like that, okay? One bread that Adam and I eat, I don't eat it anymore, but Adam does eat bread, and it's he eats Ezekiel bread, and it's sprouted bread. So it's live sprouted bread. Okay, so let me just do a quick screen share here, and I just want to show you the Excel document that I'm going to share with you guys that you guys can use. So this Excel document is going to show my meal plan. So again, I chose Plan C, and when I look here, this is my breakfast, and for breakfast I need 2 proteins, 4 carbs, and then 4 fats. So just an example of what my breakfast would look like. I would go into proteins and I would say, okay, what counts as 1 protein? I know offhand because I remember 1 protein is 5 egg whites. So I would have 5 egg whites. That would be 1 protein. So I would put an X here. And then I would also usually have in the morning Shakeology with water. So that would be another protein. Okay, and then for my carbs in the morning, I would have oats, which would count as 2, I believe. Let me just see. Where is the carbs? So I would have oats, and I would have usually a 1/2 cup dry. So that would equal like a cup cooked. So I would count that as 2. And then maybe I would have a little bit of fruit, and then I'd probably have spinach, like sauteed spinach with my egg whites. So it's a lot for breakfast. Oh, and then fats. So, gosh, that's a lot for breakfast, right? So fats, then I would put coconut oil in my oats. I would add avocado, 2 servings worth of avocado to my spinach and eggs. And then maybe I would throw in some nut butter in my Shakeology, okay? That's a lot, right? That's a lot of food. Don't feel like you have to get all of that in. And breakfast can be split up if you want. But remember, breakfast is supposed to be big and filling. It's a big meal. Okay, so for my snack, a great snack for lunch would be, hummus. So hummus would actually count as a carb legume. So I would count that as 2 carbs. And then hummus has oil in it, so I would count that as my fat. And then I would have cucumbers with my hummus, and I would do 2 servings of cucumbers to get me 2 carbs. Okay, and it says in here, let me just find it. Let me find it. So non-starchy vegetable carbs, that's on page 32. If I'm looking for cucumbers, it says unlimited, but I'm probably gonna have 1 full cup of cucumbers, and I'll count that as 2 servings, right? So those are my carbs. And then for example, for lunch, for protein, I'm gonna have a chicken breast for lunch. And let's see, what does it say for serving size for chicken breast? So for chicken. There it is. So 3 ounces chicken breast. So my chicken breasts are usually 6 ounces, so I would count that as 2 proteins. Carbs, I'd probably have sweet potatoes. So that's under starchy vegetable carbs. And I would, 1 serving is a 1/2 of a large. So usually I would eat 1 full large sweet potato, so I'd put that for 2, and then maybe I'd have like a small salad, so like spring mix or spinach or some sort of salad on the side, raw. And again, that's unlimited, but that's a veggie carb, so we would count that as a carb. And then fat, I would do avocado and like oil vinegar on my salad, and that would count as 2. Okay. So that's where you go. And then for your snack in the afternoon, you need another protein. So maybe for protein, for this time around, I would do I would probably do like either Adam and I do like sardines or tuna. Maybe I would do like a can of tuna. Um, let's see, where does it say tuna? So it's not a full can. So maybe I would split that with Adam, or I would save half of it for tomorrow, but I do like a half a can of tuna. And then maybe I would do some rice crackers or some whole wheat crackers with my tuna. Or maybe I would do cucumbers with my tuna, or maybe one piece of Ezekiel toast with my tuna to get some carbs there. And then for dinner, for protein, maybe we would have fish, or we would have ground beef or ground turkey. Okay, so let's go with the ground beef or ground turkey. So let's say we make taco salad. So I would do 2 servings of ground beef or ground turkey for my protein. And then my carbs would include a huge salad with veggies and with black beans. So that would count as 3 carbs. And then for my fats, I would put on, again, I usually just use oil and vinegar for my dressing. That's just what I do. Oil and vinegar for my dressing. And then I would do avocado again as a fat. So another idea for a snack up here to get a fat for like a snack, you could do like, you could do some sort of, let me find it. You could do an apple. You could do like 2 apples to get 2 carbs, and then, 1 teaspoon of peanut butter to get your fat there. And the thing is if you have, say you have 2 things of fat here and you're only supposed to have 1, you can just pull 1 away from your lunch or pull 1 away from your dinner. Okay, it doesn't have to be totally perfect, but you want to stay pretty close to on task. So as you can easily see, you guys, it is easy, or it's a lot of food, right? You're eating. You are not starving yourself. You're not starving yourself at all. So I want you to use this document in Excel every single day, or I want you to use something like what we did, and I'm going to just show you a picture here of what we did. This is a picture of our whiteboard that we did, and it looks exactly the same as the Excel spreadsheet. But what we did here is this stuff here on this whiteboard like stayed the same. Like we never changed this. And what we would do is we would just put a little X in the box where what we ate, and then every night we would just take the eraser and erase it. But Adam and I have the luxury of staying at home. We have the luxury to stay at home, so we were able to check it off on the whiteboard. If you're not at home, you probably want to have a printed piece of paper, or you need to have a full plan of what you're going to eat for the day. Like you need to plan that out on Sunday. You need to have your chicken breast cooked. You need to have your tuna ready. Whatever you're eating for protein, Shakeology ready to go. You need to have it ready and packed, because as you can see, it's a lot of food and you need to get that food in. If you're feeling like it's too much food, then maybe step down to plan the plan below. If you're feeling like it's not enough food and you're starving, you need to bump up your plan. You shouldn't be starving. You should not be starving at all. And then the last thing that I want you to track is water. So here's my little thing for water. It's a quart mason jar, and I put 6 rubber bands on it every day. I just drink a full one, so I just took a rubber band off. And my goal is to get down to 0 rubber bands. So I want to drink 6 full ones of these. If you have something else like a to-go water bottle or something, do that and put rubber bands around it. So whatever it is, do that. But also I want you to have, or maybe you grab a gallon of water. Like, getting a gallon of water is awesome. The thing about water is that when we're dehydrated, our body holds on to water because it doesn't know when it's going to get its next water, because it thinks you're famished. It thinks you're dehydrated. So we hold on to water weight, and we're super, super bloated when that happens. So when you're drinking a lot of water, your body's like, okay, I don't need to hold on to this water. I don't need to hold on to it. I can flush it out. I can flush it out. I can sweat it out. And you become much less bloated, much less puffy. You feel like your skin isn't as tight. And you just feel better overall. Like you just feel better. Like being hydrated is a really good feeling, and most of the US population is walking around completely, utterly dehydrated. So water, water, water is a huge thing as part of nutrition. That's all I have for you today. That was just my little nutrition spiel. And again, nutrition is going to be the kicker here, and you've got to make it a priority. Okay, we'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks for watching.